Good morning, everyone. I wanted to record a quick tutorial on how to actually improve faces in Stable Diffusion. I'm not sure if you run into this issue where you actually have like a Stable Diffusion prompt, or you're trying to run like a model, like a LoRa, and you're creating like a bunch of image, and some of them have like a distorted face, and you want to fix them. So I'm going to show you a quick trick. Let's bring a prompt here from an existing one I ran. So let's apply that. I'm going to remove the model restriction here. Make sure there's no additional network loaded. All good. No control net active. All good. So just going to go with the random prompt so that we get some randomness, and then we can see how we can fix those issues. So here I'm going to use like a LoRa I've been working on, and I've noticed that sometimes it creates some issues with the face, not because the model is bad, but because there is no learned face of the size that are part of the render prompt. So let's render, or let's generate, I should say, those ones. So let's do 4 because 1 is not going to be enough. So let's get us 4 image. But as you can see here, we can already sort of see that the face is not going to be looking good in that particular smaller version where the subject is not zoomed in. So when you have a subject that's kind of far away, the face tends to be bad. And that's where it's good to be able to sort of fix those with the trick I'm going to show you. So we'll keep rendering those 4 image, and we're almost done. And then we're going to look at what they look like. So if we look at this one, yeah, the face is kind of looking weird. There's sort of a weird artifact above the lips. Same thing here, the eyes are bad. Face is just generally bad. This one's got bad eyes. And this one is sort of okay, but I guess we could probably improve it. So let's work on the first one. So we're going to go pick the first one, and then we're going to send it to extras. So we're going to send that to extras, and we're going to run a resize of 2. And I like to run the upscaler called Swinner. So Swin, I guess Swin IR 4X. And no face fix, no anything like that. We're just going to run and double the resolution of that model by running it through, I guess, the Swin IR upscaler. And there you go. So now we have a upscaled version, but the face is not better, right? We still have like the bad mouth, the face is still not looking good. So how you fix that is now you send this upscaled version to send to inpaint. What that's going to do, and it's actually going to bring the actual image, but I'm also going to copy my original prompt in there. So I guess the trick here, I think if I send it to inpaint from here, now I've got the wrong version of the picture, but if I go back to extra, I can just send that version of the picture to inpaint. So now I should have the higher resolution with my original configuration for the prompt and everything. So everything should be there. So what we want to do now is mask the face such that we only inpaint that portion of the diagram. So I'm just going to go and select that portion. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to say that I only want to inpaint masked, the mask part, and I want to inpaint what is masked. So the mask mode is inpaint mask, and then the inpaint area is I only want to focus on inpainting this area of the face, and I want to give this inpainting a resolution of 512 by 512 roughly, right? The face is sort of squarish. So we're going to go, and don't worry if that kind of displays that it's going to be like a crop of that picture. It's not going to be, because we're doing only in painting within the masked area, it's just going to render that one part in 512 by 512, and it's going to replace the face in this original with the improved version. So let's render it and let's see what happens. Let's double check everything else. 75, yeah, that's a good ratio. We only want one. So let's go and generate it. And you're going to see that right away, it starts to look a lot more like Anna's, the Parmas. And that is how you can quickly fix a face by inpainting just the portion of the face using your original model. In my case, it was a Laura, and it totally fixed the bad face that was created by using what the model has learned about the model itself, but by properly painting it into a 512 by 512 resolution. Let's try another one quickly just to show you. Let's pick the second one, which was a fairly small face. Again, I mean, that's a small face in the whole picture, so no wonder that it's not so great. So I'm going to send it to extra again. I'm going to generate so that we get the actual upscale version. Now that we've got that, I can send it to inpaint. And here, just going to make sure that, yeah, we have seed -1 for the seed. That's fine. So now we see that we have like the face. I'm going to go and just select that area so that we just inpaint that part. And I still have that part selected. So let's undo this. Let's undo this. And then let's just select this one part here. Okay. Now generate. I still had like 512. Oh no, the resolution was not was actually changed to a higher resolution. In this case, it's not going to matter. It's just going to go and do a bigger area as far as the canvas is concerned for the generation of the image, and it worked quite well, right? We can see that it actually did a pretty good job in painting a proper face into it. I could go and change back to 512 and redo it again just to show you that. So 512 by 512, and I'm just going to go and generate. And now you're going to see that it's going to focus a lot more on just that part. And there you go. So now we have a new in-painted face, and you can generate multiple versions. This version was slightly, the head was slightly turned to the left. Now this one is facing a little bit more, so you can do a bunch of renders to get the right face that you want for the in-painting. And that's how you can quickly fix faces using in-painting and using your model that you want to use. So I hope that was useful. It's a quick tutorial. Enjoy.